The moment I saw the name card, my gut churned. It was heavy cream stock, the kind you'd find at a gala for city elites. My name was etched in flowing calligraphy, but below it, in a jagged scrawl, someone had written, Thomas' father by necessity. The words cut deeper than I'd braced for. 19 years. I'd raised Lily alone since her mother vanished when she was 6 months old. Late night feedings, double shifts, school plays, patched up sneakers, extra hours at the shop. All me. Yet here I was, wedged into a cushioned chair at a high-end venue overlooking Lake Tahoe, surrounded by folks who'd rather be seen dead than in my beat-up pickup parked out back. Quick note. Drop in the comments where you're watching from, city or country. Let's dive back in. The family table was a sea of unfamiliar faces, pressed suits, polished nails, and glances that screamed I didn't fit. A woman, maybe the groom's cousin, flicked her eyes at my worn boots and murmured to her husband. They smirked. Across the table, a guy in a sleek vest didn't bother hiding his grin when I lingered on the name card. I felt like I'd crashed a yacht club gala with no invite. A young man nearby chuckled under his breath. Guess they had to invite the mechanic, he muttered, thinking I wouldn't hear. I didn't react. I stood, eased my chair back, and moved. No scene, no confrontation. I didn't care who wrote it, or how many of these polished strangers saw me as a pity guest. I just needed out. Lily stood across the room with her new in-laws, radiant in a white satin gown, her hair in loose curls, her smile bright and effortless. They were clinking glasses, laughing like the world was perfect. Maybe it was, for them. Maybe my part was done, and I'd missed the memo to step aside. I turned to leave, no goodbyes. I wasn't about to let these people see me break. Then the music cut off. A mic crackled, and the room's chatter dropped like a curtain. I turned back. Lily stood barefoot on the dance floor, gripping her fiancé's hand tightly. I'm done, she said into the mic, her voice steady. We're leaving. A few guests laughed, thinking it was a prank. It wasn't. She let go of his hand, stepped off the floor, and marched toward me. The DJ froze, clutching his gear. Her groom Ethan stood there, stunned. Lily grabbed my arm. Let's go, Dad, she said. We're not staying. I didn't budge. Lily, what's going on? I'll explain in the car. Her dress swept through confetti and spilled wine as we cut through the stunned crowd, past whispering bridesmaids and baffled guests. No one stopped us. She didn't look back, neither did I. We drove in silence for the first half hour. Just the hum of the road, Lily's bare feet tapping the dashboard, her gown rustling. Her jaw was set, holding back words. Her phone, still linked to the car's speakers, looped the wedding playlist. I switched it off. She didn't argue. She took the Sacramento exit without a map. My house isn't much. Single-story, peeling paint, rickety fence. But it's paid off, and I've kept it running since Lily left for college. She parked on the curb and gripped the wheel, staring ahead. Finally, she exhaled. I saw the car last night at the rehearsal, she said. It was already there. I stared. And you let today happen? I had to be sure they'd follow through, she said. They did. She pulled out her phone, opened a video, and hit play. The audio was sharp. Ethan's father, Richard Langston, stood at the bar, tie undone, whiskey in hand. The guy's a glorified grease monkey, right? I saw his place on Street View, barely a step up from a trailer park. Someone laughed. Ethan's mother chimed in, "Don't be cruel." He's a mechanic, not a grease monkey. Let's get his title right. More laughs. The camera panned to Ethan, smirking. Can't wait to see her face when she realizes she could have had a real dad walk her down the aisle. Not the guy fixing cars for a living. The video ended. My chest burned. They knew, I muttered. The whole family knew. Lily's voice was flat. I told them my real dad left before I could walk. I told them who raised me. They didn't care. Why didn't you tell me before today? My voice broke, and I hated it. I could have stayed home. She shook her head. This wasn't just about us. It was about seeing them for who they are. I needed proof. I leaned back. So, you went through with the wedding to catch them? I didn't marry him, she said, pulling a manila envelope from the glove box and dropping it in my lap. Never signed the prenup. Had my own lawyer review it, revise it, send it back. They ignored it. So, I didn't sign. It's void. I opened the envelope. Legal filings, notarized letters, timestamps, all in her name, airtight. You had a lawyer? Since March, she said. Family counsel, confidential. I shook my head. How long you been planning this? She looked at me like I'd asked something absurd. Since I started building something worth protecting. She tapped her phone and showed me a website, Vitaco Biotech, precision diagnostics for proactive health. Her face was on the homepage. Your company? Co-founder, she said. Series C valued at 90 million. I stared, stunned. My daughter, who once built circuits from old radio parts, was running a company I didn't even know existed. You never told me. She shrugged. Didn't want to jinx it. Didn't want anyone thinking I got here because of them. I held the phone, floored. They thought they were marrying up, I said. Damn right I let them think that, she replied, stepping out barefoot onto the gravel. I followed. Inside, the house smelled of old wooden motor oil. Lily dropped her shoes by the door and grabbed 2 beers from the fridge, like she'd never left. She slid one to me and sat, peeling the label off hers, eyes sharp like a storm brewing. She pulled another manila folder from her bag, heavier this time, and dropped it with a thud. Open it, she said. Inside were stock certificates, agreements, purchase records, all under Silver Horizon Holdings. What's this? My trust, she said. I've been buying into Langston Medical Solutions for a year. I blinked. You bought their family business? No, she said. I bought control. 38%. As of last week, the papers were clean, routed through Nevada and Delaware shells. They didn't see you coming, I said. She nodded. They thought I was just a biotech kid who'd play their game. They didn't know I had my own. She laid out spreadsheets, marked up documents, internal emails. Their inventory report claims 15,000 in losses last quarter. It's closer to 60,000. This vendor, Pulse Tech Supplies, overcharges Langston by 12%. Owned by Ethan's cousin. Their FDA compliance report? Faked. I had it re-audited independently. I stared at the evidence. This is a mess, Lily. It's war, she said, pulling out 3 proxy agreements from minority shareholders and a board member, Margaret Ellis. They hold 13% and are done with the Langstons treating the company like their personal ATM. Margaret's backing me for quorum. She slid one last paper to me. A proxy authorization form. I'm transferring my vote to you. I froze. Why me? Because they insulted the man who worked triples to keep us afloat. The man who ate cold soup so I could have circuit boards. You're going to chair their board meeting. My hand shook Not fear, but something fiercer. Pride, fury. You sure? She smiled. Not like my daughter, but like a strategist passing the torch. Never been sure, I signed. She closed the folder like it was routine. Meetings Wednesday. Wear a suit. I don't own one. You will. Wednesday morning, Lily tossed me a navy suit, still in plastic. Tailored. You'll thank me, she said. It felt foreign. But in the mirror, I didn't see a mechanic. I saw someone they'd regret crossing. We walked into Langston Medical's headquarters at 9:03 a.m., 3 minutes into the board meeting. Lily didn't knock. She pushed open the glass doors. 12 faces turned at the mahogany table, crystal water pitchers gleaming. Richard Langston stood at the head, suit pristine. You're not allowed here, he snapped. Lily didn't flinch. Read the bylaws. I'm an executive, so's my proxy. She nodded at me. Richard's face tightened. You're bluffing. Lily laid out a document, filed, verified, stamped. My name bold. A board member, a woman with sharp glasses, confirmed it. It's valid, Richard. Lily faced the room. I submit new business. Emergency vote on compliance breaches, financial misconduct, negligent governance. She handed out her evidence like a dealer. Vendor fraud, falsified FDA reports, misstated losses. Richard scoffed. Baseless. Then audit it, Lily said. Ethan spoke, voice soft. Lily, this doesn't have to get messy. You made it messy, she shot back. She nodded to me. My proxy, Thomas Carter, calls the vote with shareholders, Margaret Ellis, David Torres, and Susan Lee. Margaret raised her hand. Confirmed. David and Susan followed. 54%. I moved to remove Richard Paul and Ethan Langston from executive authority effective immediately, Lily said. I stood. I second. Margaret counted. 8 in favor. Motion carries. Richard collapsed into his chair. Ethan stared at the table. Margaret continued. Interim board chair, Thomas Carter. Votes passed. I nodded, sat, said nothing. Richard stormed out, Paul trailing. Ethan lingered, eyes on Lily. This was never about love, she said. It was about legacy. We left, heels clicking on tile, doors swinging shut. In the parking lot, Lily exhaled, shoulders easing. Nice suit. Nice takedown, I said. In the car, she asked, You okay? Trying to process going from oil changes to board chair in a week. She laughed. I planned this for years. You jumped in 3 days ago and owned it. I thought of the nights I'd slept in the shop, missing her science fair to scrub engine grease. I missed your 4th grade robot demo, I said. Fell asleep in the break room. She touched my hand. I noticed everything. Back home, Lily poured lemonade, slid another envelope across the table. Final trust transfer, she said. Langston's moved to a public equity fund with healthcare access clauses. We keep a majority stake under the non-profit wing. Co-signers. Us the title read, Carter Wellness Trust. I signed. This wasn't revenge, she said. It was flipping a system that tried to bury us. 2 weeks later, Ethan showed up at 11:15 p.m., disheveled, tie loose. Mr. Carter, I need to see Lily. I leaned into the doorframe. You called me a prop. Now you're begging? He stammered. I didn't mean it. I was drunk. You laughed, I said. Lily stepped out, barefoot in sweats. You don't get to rewrite this, she told him, handing him a cease and desist. This protects my company, my family. Ethan took it, shaking. I thought we had something real. I did too, she said, until I saw you needed saving more than I did. He left, letter limp in his hand, taillights fading. A week later, We stood under a tent in Riverside Park, near our old apartment. A banner read, Carter Wellness Fund, Care for All. Tables held glucose monitors, medical tablets, blood pressure cuffs, funded by Langston's non-profit arm. Lily spoke. This is about closing gaps. She turned to me. This man made it possible. I took the mic, voice rough. I don't know business, but I know showing up, that's enough to build something real. The crowd clapped. Real applause. A kid in a Future Coder shirt asked for a photo. I said yes. Later, Channel 6 ran a story. Mechanic Dad becomes corporate chair. They misspelled my name, but I didn't care. At UC Davis a year later, I sat in a sleek auditorium, in a tailored coat, watching Lily's keynote. Strategic timing, winning by waiting. She owned the room. A student asked who shaped her most. A man who never went to college, she said, eyes on me. He taught me cost, value, return. The room clapped. I nodded still. Outside, a valet, same kid who'd mocked my truck at the wedding, didn't recognize me. Nice ride, sir, he said. I tipped him a 10 and slid into the waiting car. Lily was inside, scrolling her phone. You killed it, I said. I know, she replied. At red light, I saw a billboard. Integrity runs deep. Carter Wellness Fund. I leaned back. Not revenge. Resolution. Would you forgive Ethan in Lily's shoes? Comment below. Like and subscribe for more stories that hit hard. YouTube picked this for you. Let's see if they got it right. Thank you so much for watching this story till the end. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something from it. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, full of life lessons, drama, and emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Your support means the world, and it helps me keep bringing you more inspiring and unforgettable stories. Stay tuned because more amazing stories are on the way.